Hey guys, Trevor Boone from Emerald City Guitars, and today for my pick of the day, I'm doing this 1969 Martin D-35. Got a little bit of background for this guitar here. First started out, it was a guitar that came in that we knew had a ton of potential. It needed a neck reset, but it sounded good, it looked good, it just had that vibe right off the bat. So we handed it off to Mark Tossman. If you are in the acoustic world, you know that name. We are so lucky to have him across the water, and he's a dear friend of ours, works with the shop all the time. Sent this over to him and he did an impeccable neck reset on it, and it came back just extraordinary. Right off the bat, Phil Eck, who is an awesome guy, friend of the shop, one of my favorite record producers ever, came in and he needed a guitar that was perfectly intonated, that sounded amazing. We played every guitar on the wall, and I lent this to him for a record that he was doing for about a week. When it came back, my buddy Darin Jones, one of my best friends in the world, came through, and he's a touring musician, a professional touring musician who only gets the best. I mean, his whole electric setup, his acoustic setup, he's a man who loves quality, so he came and did the same thing, and this is the guitar that he chose. So he bought it that day, and I've played so many shows with Darin, and you know, he's got awesome records out, Darin Jones and The Last Man Standing, or just simply Darin Jones. And he played the heck out of this thing. I mean, he put some wear on it. It's, you know, this is 1969, and a couple of things that he really, really dug about this was the Brazilian. So that's kind of around that cutoff, and you can see it's just insane Brazilian rosewood. And it just had that tone. It was perfect neck reset and just intonated perfectly, so you could record with it and be really precise. And we all love Brazilian rosewood. Huge fans. I love when that comes in. It's obviously a big sell point for people. Sometimes it's a little overbearing, to be honest. It can be really, really dark, and you get a little bit of that muddy low end. This one I thought was so perfectly balanced. I mean, it literally, we were just playing it a second ago, and Carl was saying you could feel it on the ground, basically. The low end is extraordinary, but it has tons of detail. And Darin was, you know, and Phil, they were using capos, they're all over the place. This just is so great, and it responds perfectly, so. That's the deal, and Darin played this for probably 4 years or so, and he is moving back to Tennessee. I'm sure he'll be back here, you know, back and forth for shows, but so he's lightened his load a little bit, and the one he did keep is a really, really amazing slope shoulder J-45 that has an equivalent story. That one's a keeper for him. So I had to keep one. He went with the Gibson. That has nothing to shame this about, though. I mean, that's just a decision that somebody has to make. It's very subjective, but I tell you, this stayed in the arsenal for a long time. It's been on tons of recordings. It's passed with flying colors in any studio performance or live situation. And for live applications, it has this awesome LR Bags Anthem low profile, pops right there. It's a company we've carried for a long time. I truly think they sound incredible in these old guitars. And literally a few weeks ago, I have Tyler just kind of look on, you know, the Martin forums and acoustic forums time to time and see what's the newest, coolest, best pickup. And again, K&K and LR Bags always are on the top. So that's what we carry. What we like, it's tried, true, and trusted. All right, so that's the deal. Very special Brazilian rosewood D-35. That is just all the elements that you want. The only thing I'm gonna mention here, and I forgot, so I don't want you guys to miss this, is while Darin had it, playing the heck out of it, as a cowboy should, a little binding came off. That's something I'm gonna get repaired here. I'm gonna hand it back up, right back to Mark Tossman the next day or two, unless a buyer wants to send it to their guy. But the cat who did the neck reset, I'm gonna have him repair that binding and make it perfect. So anyways, there you go. Brazilian rosewood 1969 Martin D-35. I'm gonna hand it over to my younger brother who's learned the ropes down here, Joey Boone, and we'll see how it sounds. All right, you guys, that was a 1969 Martin Brazilian Rosewood D-35. See you next time.